So in this tutorial we're going to take a look at the video. If we open up the page here, the home page where the video plays, we can see that we have, let's open this a bit wider, and I'm going to switch the guides off a minute. There we go. So we can see that if we hover over this area here, we have a block that shows up with the little blue arrow that tells us that this is a widget. Now if we click on that, we can see that we have our video background options, and we have our video files. So we have two types of video files in here. We have an MP4 and a WebM, and then we have a poster image file, and then we have these pattern overlays. Now just to clear up what this is all about, we need two types of video files because different browsers support different video files. So for instance, Safari browser prefers the MP4, whereas the Chrome browser prefers WebM. And we can create these videos quite easily, which I will show you how to do shortly. We also have a poster image. Now this poster image is important because this poster image gives us a background, so whilst the video is loading, we still have a background there. So we need to create that, and we're going to use that video background then in other parts of the page. For example, we're going to use it as the browser fill on this page and other pages. So let's go ahead now and take a look at creating those videos first. For our video conversion, we're going to use the Miro Video Converter, which is a free tool, and it creates the videos for us for all these different device types, but we're just looking for the WebM and the MP4 formats. There's a version for Windows and for the Mac here, and may I just suggest that as well, if you could donate to this tool. It's a free tool, but if you want to donate, that would be great because it's such a great tool. I think that you'll think it's worth any kind of donation. So let's go in, open up Miro and see how we would convert our videos. So here we have Miro Video Converter open, and it's very simple layout. We have our formats, we have our settings, and over here we have our sample video we're going to be using. Let's take a quick look at that. This is taxis running in New York, so that's a good bit of video footage. We got this from Video Blocks. You can open an account there. They have some really great video. We're just going to drag it into Miro, and this is the Mac version, so this is how you do it here. I'm sure it's fairly similar on the PC, but this is the Mac version. Right, so our format, we're going to choose MP4, and then in our settings here we're going to make sure that we've ticked create thumbnail, and we will just export it from there. So go close that down and click convert to MP4. Now that's running ahead now, and it will convert that. So we'll take a look at where it puts that file in a minute when it's finished converting. So now our video has been completed. Let's take a look at where it's located. So it's in our movies folder here, and we see the Miro Video Converter folder, and we see that it's exported in MP4, but the most important thing that we wanted was we wanted this thumbnail. Now we wanted this thumbnail because we want to use this as our image for the poster image and the background image of the other pages. So by just exporting out the raw video without modifying its size or compression, we have created this thumbnail. You could use whatever method you like to create that thumbnail, but this is a good easy way of ensuring that your thumbnail is correct. So we're going to drag that out of thumbnails, and we're just going to call that video PNG. So we've got that there. Right, we have our video file. So next we're going to create the actual compressed files that we need for the video background. So we're now going to take our video footage and back into Miro, and the first thing we're going to do is we're going to create the MP4 file that we actually want to use in the site. So I'm going to choose MP4, and then in our settings, I don't need to create a thumbnail anymore because I've done that. I'm going to use a custom size, and I'm going to use a custom aspect ratio. So I'm going to keep it to 16:9, and let's choose our width at, let's say, 700, and it will automatically generate the height. So that's the size. Now obviously the bigger the size of the video, the higher quality it'll be, but obviously the bigger file size it will be, so the slower the download will be. So I found this to be quite a good ratio, and once we've done that, close our settings down and convert to custom. Okay, so that's now complete, so let's hit the clear button. Let's drag the video back on again, and let's go to format, and this time we're going to choose WebMSD. We're going to go back to our settings. We're going to choose custom size, custom aspect ratio, and 16:9. Choose this to 700 again so it matches, and then we will close the settings down and convert to custom. Okay, so that video is now complete, so we're going to click clear, and let's go to our folder and grab those videos. So in movies here, and Miro video converter, and we can see that we have the MYC, the video, the MP4 there, and the WebM. So let's drag those onto our desktop here. I'm going to move this out of the way, and we're going to change these to video.mp4 and video.webm. Now you could call these anything you like, but we have the template set up to look for those names, so we might as well use those. So we're going to shut this down now, and we're going to go back to Muse and bring our videos in. Now in front of us here now we have our assets folder, which relates to the actual motion template itself, and we can see that we have these video files here: video.mp4, video WebM, and video PNG. So what we're going to do is we're going to grab all of those items that we created there, and we're going to pop them into the file there, and we're going to choose apply to all and replace. So those have all been replaced now. Then we're going to go into Muse, and if we go into our assets folder here, we can see that the video PNG has been updated, so we need to update that asset. And what that'll do now is it will run that asset change right throughout the site. So the beauty of doing it this way is that we don't have to bring in a new asset and update all the pages, because if we go to our thumbnails as they get regenerated out now, you will see that they all have the updated image on them. So that's why we've done it that way, to make it a lot easier for you. Now our video files, if we open this up a bit, won't automatically update. So what we need to do is we need to make sure that we have the latest ones here. So we can see our video MP4, and what we're going to do is we're going to relink this, and we're going to relink it back to our MP4 video, because what we want to do is ensure that we've kind of like forced the Muse to connect to this new video. So we're going to connect the video MP4. So we're going to do that, choose open, and then on the video WebM, which is here, we're going to relink that as well, which we've got here. Okay, so that's everything up to date. We just want to make sure that yes, that's all good, and we just want to make sure that our uploads, we're going to choose file and add files for upload. We're just going to add these in here as well, just to make sure that everything is going to upload correctly. Okay, so we've got that there, and now we're going to hit publish and take a look at what it produces.